I was wanting to properly scale the video. I intentionally, well, kind of intentionally, but also due to laziness, I just downloaded the low quality version of that. But yeah, Fortnite has done insane damage to all of society. That's from Call of Duty, if you weren't able to figure it out. When I saw it, I'm just like, I'm not even mad this time. I think this is kind of funny, actually. Like, This isn't the most insane thing they've ever done, but for some reason, it being Beavis and Butthead just, like, makes me laugh. Yeah, I wanted to wear my school uniform again. How are you guys doing? I hope that you're having a good afternoon. I am sleepy. I'm very, very sleepy. I've been having coffee here and there, only because, like, of mistakes, but today I didn't have any. I got my smoothie, and I got maybe my last day of being able to eat the yogurt with the granola in it, because, I mean, I think I'm getting the rubber bands in my teeth tomorrow. I think. That's what they said. But maybe they're just doing an evaluation or whatever, size and everything, etc. Thought this was a cop outfit. No cop outfit. No. I once considered a cop outfit for an Anessa, like specifically 80s to 90s anime OVA sci-fi cop, something like that. I thought doing that would be really cool, but I'm like, I ended up just not doing it, and I think that's fine. But it would have been really cool. I really like how like uniforms look in older anime OVAs. But hi everybody. I have not done any surprise streams lately. I don't think. I think I streamed both days on the weekend though. So if y'all's streak got killed, it might be because of that. I'm not really sure. Also, I told you guys, it's gonna say that it's my affiliate anniversary for 2 weeks because everybody congratulated me yesterday, but it's still going on today. So, I mean, I guess the congratulations are kind of nice and everything. I just don't know why Twitch is set up this way. Actually, I'll be right back. I'm still here, but I want to change out of something. I'm back. Sorry about that. Yesterday, I was like super, how do you say, dopamine surge for some reason. I was very high energy. I guess because I was super hype about rambling and arguing about Resident Evil. And I was very proud that I felt I was able to, as clearly as possible, explain my perspective. And I felt very good about myself. I like when I can talk and it come out fine. But then I kind of came down, if that makes sense. And now I'm like, I don't care anymore. I don't care about that debate anymore. I don't care. I lost interest. So I'm just gonna go back to thinking about Yu-Gi-Oh! and fun stuff. I don't know. I just, my interest can't stick on that for too long, I feel. I'm just kind of like that. Maybe just because I don't think I'll ever be able to get back into arguing about video games and Resident Evil quite as much as I used to, at least Resident Evil specifically. So now I'm just kind of like vibing, chilling, and I feel like a zombie today. Like, I guess that's every single day, but especially so today. I'm turning my fan on. The one from Flapjack? Is there an outfit in Flapjack that's kind of like this? That might be cool. I actually think one of these days we need to do a watch-a-thon of Flapjack because it's not very long and it was very entertaining and good. I loved it. That's consistent. I always want to ship Leon and Krauser. I think they make an amazing couple. And I'm always going to be hyper autistic for Resident Evil, but I'm not in my ultra passion manic mode today. I'm kind of back to being like a normal person like everybody else. So I'm just kind of vibing and kind of chilling because I thought yesterday, I for anybody who didn't know, I cropped out the specific segment of yesterday's stream where I talked about Leon as a protag in horror games, and I was in defense of it, saying that he works perfectly fine in horror. I highlighted it. It's its own separate video on Twitch, and it's also its own separate video on YouTube. And I considered posting it on Twitter. I had it scheduled and everything, and I ended up canceling it because I'm like, you know what? I don't care. I'm over it. I think I'm gonna move on and not think about this argument because I don't know. I feel like most people just won't see eye to eye with me on this. Although I've been coming across some people who do agree with me, which is pretty cool. Aside that, I was really excited. I had a lot of hope for that game that's clearly inspired by The Thing that's available on Steam. I played it with my friends, and I do think that a lot of the issue is because we're all wanting to play together. We don't want to watch the tutorial, so we all skip the tutorial. We're thrown in, and it's kind of overwhelming. It feels like you're in a really big open sandbox. The game isn't really trying to overly steer you, if that makes sense. So it's a bit overwhelming to figure out. It is a little bit jank. There's weird mic issues. Like it doesn't automatically detect your mic. There is an option to have it to where your mic is always on, but it doesn't work. The only way your mic ever works is you have to do the option of push to talk, which I'm not used to, so I often don't even remember to do it. The game's obviously a little bit jank. It's only like $2, so if you bought it, it's not that big of a deal. I still intend to play with everybody in the server at some point. But I might have had like way too high expectations. I thought it was going to be like every other friend slap that I end up playing, which ends up being really good. Peak, Lethal Company, Repo. They always, they're budgety indie games, but they're always like great. This one's, I'm not sure. I need a little bit more time with it. I wouldn't say it's sandbox horror, not as a genre, just that the environment is like a little bit too big than I expected, while also not trying overly hard to guide you in what you're supposed to do, if that makes sense. You'd have to play it yourself to understand, but I'll still host a session sometime in the Discord server, and we can go and play it together. If anything, the atmosphere, visuals, the storm, like you're in a blizzard, walking through the snow, it feels good. It's very cool. Aside that, speaking of the Discord, I'm gonna plug the Discord right here. I almost forgot, and Gleam reminded me. We are resuming the original Gundam in my server. A long time ago, maybe a year and a half ago, we started watching original Gundam in the Dollhouse server. But I decided to switch it over to my server, which is a little bit smaller. And we started off on episode 30. We are like, roughly, I think that's where we left off on. So we started watching episode 30. Then we watched 31, 32, and 33. And then we left off there because I had to get off and play that Thing game because I promised my friends that I would. And I think I arranged to watch more Gundam today in the server. So after my stream, I'm going to hop right back to the Discord and going to start hosting more Gundam because we're almost through it. And I also caved in. I've always wanted to watch Gundam Wing as well. So before bed, I ended up putting Gundam Wing on for myself, like not in a watch party. It's very amusing. I've seen some clips of it before, not too many to have spoilers. I just always knew that there was this girl who looks really fancy. She's in a school, and she gives a boy an invitation to her birthday party, and then he tears it up, and she gets sad for a second, and then he walks over to her. I think he wipes her tear, and he says that he's gonna kill her. And it's so, like, over the top and wacky that... like when you see it, how do I explain it? If you watch a random clip of it on Twitter, it's like, oh, what's the context behind this? But if you watch the episode of Gundam itself, or Gundam Wing, it's also like, wait, what's going on? Why is he saying this to her? It's like kind of awkward. I kind of get it. I think he's infiltrating or something like that. I like Gundam. I think it's cool. Like original Gundam is a lot more detailed and fleshed out than I expected it to be. I feel like it's more... Is it weird if I say that original Gundam feels more complicated and detailed than original Star Wars? I felt like Star Wars is like easier to follow. Like more digestible to the average person, where it feels like in original Gundam, you kind of need to really pay attention to what people are saying, if that makes sense. Gundam Wing is different, but I'll take Gundam Wing over G Gundam any day. Are you one of those people that doesn't like G Gundam because it just makes the series like too goofy? Which I totally get that. I think G Gundam is like pretty beloved by a section of people, but I guess it's very different tonally and stylistically than the other stuff. So far, Gundam Wing, is it weird if I say that? No, I shouldn't say that. I was gonna say the main grouchy guy in Gundam Wing, he just feels like kind of Gary Stewish or something. I don't know. He just seems too powerful, but that's stupid to say because it's anime. It's always like some 15-year-old anime character that's like the best and super strong and all this kind of thing. Main guy kind of sucks. I like him, but he's just, I guess he's just so hard to get a feel for. I don't know how to explain it. I think I just need to see more of the show. We're like so early in. I think we only watched 1.5 episodes before I started getting sleepy because it was really late at night. It's not stupid. Gundam Wing has like maybe 2 characters with actual character. Oh, okay. I mean, I'm okay with shallower or simpler characters. It really just depends. Just something about the main character. It's like, maybe there's a lack of believability with him, I guess. But Amino, isn't he like really young and he's like the best mech pilot ever practically, aside Char, I guess? Hero is the hardest for most of the series, but he has some kind of charm. I didn't mean Wing? What? No, we are talking about Wing. Gundam, you said Gundam Wing has like maybe 2 characters with actual character, and so I was responding to that. I said practically. Amino is like really good. Who's Amuro? I thought is it Amino or Amuro? Also, Juman, don't do any like elitism kind of thing with Gundam. I'm literally new. I don't know anything. So if I say the wrong thing, deal with it. Amuro, okay. Camille Biden, who is that? To be fair, I think Star Wars is better without too much explanation. No more midi-chlorians. Yeah, but that's because Star Wars wanted to over-explain things that they shouldn't over-explain. I mean, you could flesh out Star Wars and it work out fine, you know what I mean? Like, I think what they chose to flesh out was was the mistake that they made. But I feel like even before, I don't know. I just feel like original Star Wars is really easy to follow. Who is Camille Bidan? I'll look him up. Oh, this guy. I've seen him. I'm only able to judge Gundam for what I've actually personally experienced. And that's just, the bit I've seen of Gundam, original Gundam, and then like 1 episode of Gundam Wing, so not much. Camille single-handedly turned the tide of an entire war because someone said he had a girl's name. That's kind of based, actually. Well, let me see what Mina says. I feel like I'm rooted more for the bad guys than the Kid Gundam characters so far. There's like a character that kind of looks like Char, but I don't know if it is Char. Like, I think you said that Gleam said that it's not Char, but it's basically Char. I'm not even joking, that's the whole plot. I mean, that sounds amazing, Jim. So I kind of actually believe that you're telling the truth. Hello, Pump. That's my nickname for you. Hello. How are you doing? Turn A Gundam is peak Gundam. My plan for Gundam so far, because it's like, it is overwhelming trying to get into an IP that's as expansive as Gundam is. There's just so many Gundams to watch. But my plan, I guess, is watching original Gundam, and then watching Gundam Wing, War in the Pocket, and then I guess there are movies. I think I've seen bits of them. Movies that retell the story of the original Gundam, and it's like it's modern looking animation, but it feels like it's trying to actually bother resembling the original style as well, if that makes sense. Like, let me see if that's it. Gundam Origin. Yeah, this kind of art style, I think. Yeah, this kind of art style. Oh, I saw a clip of Char in this. Only thing I really know about Char is that people often make this joke regarding, I guess, aliases that he has. I don't know what that means exactly. So Gundam, Zeta Gundam, and Double Zeta Gundam are the main important ones. Turn A is somewhere between the original series, and then everything else is where Gundam loses its original plot. And are you saying that kind of neutrally? Like, it's okay, now Gundam becomes its own thing aside the original plot, right? Because I'm assuming War in the Pocket doesn't have anything to do with the original series timeline or whatever. Gundam Origin is great. That's kind of relieving. How much Gundam Origin is there? Somebody said that there's 3 movies. Is that true? Only thing I know that I don't want to watch for Gundam is I do not want to watch Witch Mercury, and I don't want to watch the new one that has the Pokemon art style. I just, even if they're like well written and the characters are cool, I just feel like I cannot get into them. Like, I'm kind of repulsed by what I see, which might be like sacrilege, I guess, but I don't got a stake in this, you know. There's 8? No, there are 3 compilation movies of the original Gundam. What are those compilation movies called? Origins is an OVA series based off a manga. Okay, but what is the compilation movies called? Like, what are their names? Hello, Aries, how are you? The new one is Alternative Gundam Universe if Char took the Gundam rather than Amuro. Like, Ween, G Gundam, stuff like that. Turn A simply references the original continuity to basically establish that the universe is connected and place itself somewhere in the timeline. It's called Char's Counterattack? Wait. So, Basira, you seem to know what it's called. Can you tell me what it's called? These OVA movies? Or 3 movies? Thank you, Arias. I'm in a haunted school at the moment, actually. I decided to leave my bedroom for once. I can just Google it, I guess. Let me see. What are the... Oh, is it that kind of deal? Where they just call it Gundam 1? Okay, you just... I Googled it. Yeah. Mobile Suit Gundam 1 adapts the first 13 episodes of the original series. Mobile Suit Gundam 2, Soldiers of Sorrow, covers the middle portion of the story, and Mobile Gundam Suit 3, Encounters in Space, concludes the main narrative of the original series. I wonder why they didn't give a subtitle to the first one. Because that kind of makes it easier to distinguish, right? Like, if you're trying to have a conversation about Gundam, what do you say, like, oh, original Gundam? No, not Gundam 1, original Gundam. They're different. That's like a little bit confusing for like somebody who's like brand new, you know? I don't know why I didn't give a notification that you subscribed, Golden, but thank you very much. If I'm not imagining that, I might be hallucinating. Iron-Blooded Orphans is really good. I think it's 300 years after you see... Angels. Hi, Blanca, hello. And also, look, the sub happened. Thank you. It's your 6-month synthversary. It's crazy. It feels like you've been here longer. Maybe not subbed, but I feel like you've been here a year. Am I crazy? Am I imagining that? Hi, Gareth. I'm doing pretty good. We're talking about Gundam, and I'm surrounded by Gundam bros. That's what I'm usually surrounded by, and it's pretty cool. I tend to be surrounded by Gundam bros, like mech bros, Warhammer bros, gun bros, and I like that. I feel like it's good company. Also, I apologize, Jumin, so if I got a little bit, like, sensitive, like, snipping at you, regarding the elitism. I get, there's certain factions of, certain fandoms that I'm a little bit intimidated by, because I'm worried that I will say the wrong thing or sound really stupid and have it hold against me. And I don't know, I like elitism. I do like elitism. I do think it's fun, but I don't always enjoy actually dealing with it. It just depends. It depends on my mood and what the thing is. If you manually resub with Prime and you have a streak going, the notification doesn't pop up until you share the streak. But you don't know what I said. Jumenso doesn't fucking listen to me. I'm telling you what. Never mind. I take my apology back. Hi, Grandma Kyle. Hello. You've been here for about 2 years. Okay, that's what I thought. I'm like, there ain't no way it's only been like 5 months. I'm here to promote Camille Bidan supremacy. It's like a beat it. Why did Char go to laugh at somebody? Am I allowed to ask for spoilers? No, I'm not. No spoilers for me. Oh, also wish Gleam was here. Gleam really likes mech stuff, and he's been frustrated that we have not been watching Gundam this whole time. But I promise we're gonna get through it. We have, since we're on we're gonna start episode 34 tonight in the Discord. How many episodes is left? There can't be that much. Are those the anime counterparts to Kamala and Biden? I mean, for a second, I actually thought that's what they were joking about. Like, earlier on. I realized, like, oh, it must be an actual character. I'm watching an original Gundam. Yeah. So in that case, we're really almost done. In the Japanese version, Camille admits to being autistic. Is that true? Is that actually... Does anybody in original Gundam ever say the word autistic? I feel like... I don't even think I've ever seen a modern anime even say the word autistic. It's like, we don't really... In Japan, they don't really talk about disorders exactly. Unless it's stuff like... I have split personality disorder. Then they'll mention it by name. The line is, I'm an autistic child. Is that true? I don't believe you. There's no way. Gundam autism. Well, I need to be more specific. I'm an autistic child. Gundam. See, because you can't trust anything Jumenso says. Okay. I found it. It's that blue-haired kid. But is that actually what he said? Because you have to factor in that some of these will be fan translations, and sometimes translations could be debatable. Like if you ask 3 translators to translate the same sentence, they will do it in different ways. Let's see. What's up with Australia? Why is Gundam like... Gundam's always talking about Australia. Oh, I forgot if I mentioned this. Because whenever I'm given a lot of lore and detailing, I do struggle to catch all of it. So if you ask me, oh, Pumpkin, wait, you've seen up to episode 33 of Gundam? Okay, say what the plot of Gundam is. There is a war. Australia. There's a bad guys. Char is like a double agent or something, and he's mad at rich royalty people. And he's got a sister, and she's on like the good guy side. And there's like mechs, and like some are like mechs that the good guys control, and some are mechs that are controlled by the bad guys. And that's my understanding of Gundam, because it's an issue with me. So like, I think Star Wars is a little bit boring because it's so simple. Like, don't get me wrong, Star Wars is good, but maybe it's a little bit too simple. Whenever we were watching the original Star Wars, because it's been a long time since I've seen it with my friends, I'm like, wow, I'm able to follow along with this really well. That's not a good sign. That's way too simple then. Hello, people. For Gundam, I feel like what I would have to do is I would have to rewatch from the beginning, try extra harder to pay attention, and then maybe also read wikis to re-summarize the overall war and everything like that, if that makes sense. For example, whenever I try to read a book, I will grasp maybe 40 to 50% of all the detailing, maybe, if I'm being generous to myself. And every time I reread, I catch more and retain more. So it always takes me multiple comb-overs to fully process something, if that makes sense. It's kind of like an issue with me. What is up with Australia? They got spiders that'll kill you. They have everything that will kill you. I saw you watching Gundam last night, but new Monster Hunter update was out and I wanted to get new pants. I have not played Monster Hunter in so long, but that was fun playing with everybody. But I haven't played anything with the game in a bit now. We need to, though. We really need to. The underwater mechs are the coolest. I was like watching Gundam Wing, and they have like they had two like mechs. One looks like a crab, and they were called Pisces and Cancer, and those were pretty cool. Hey, since you are all mech bros, out of curiosity, I have no loyalty to this. For the record, I don't even like it. Do you guys like Gurren Lagann? Gurren Lagann? I don't like it. Do you guys though? What do mech bros think of it? Gundam Thunderbolt? I'll probably like anything if it has like a good art style and presentation. And yeah, whenever I was watching the animation for the mechs in Gundam Wing, it's absolutely gorgeous. Very, very smooth. They're actually bothering to animate this shit, you know? Versus, I guess what all mech stuff is now. Mech stuff seems to always be CGI. That director ruins shows for you. What about the director do you not like? And does he direct all Trigger stuff? Oh no, I know Gurren Lagann was like extremely popular when it came out. Like everybody was raving about it. But now we're a bunch of old men chilling together. So I was curious, what do you guys think? That being said, Super Robot and Real Robot shows are a different beast. Super Robot and Real Robot? What does that entail exactly? I'm all for subversion of disbelief, but every problem was literally solved by no logic ass pools. That's like the Trigger style, right? It's not really meant to make you think. It's supposed to just be like fun and like stylistic and crazy. I just remember whenever I was watching Gurren Lagann, because my friend converted me to it, and I liked it enough at that time. I just remember thinking that season 2 didn't really need to happen. Super Robot is more like combining mechs, power of courage, flips and kicks and stuff. Ah. So then, Real Robots treat them more like real military hardware. I feel like, from that description alone, I can't really decide which one I prefer. I think I'm fine with both, as long as, the coding that they're surrounded by is cool. Good character designs, good music presentation, etc. Watched it like a decade ago, liked it, but think it's overhyped. It's just okay. Okay, alright. He's an old school director. He needs at least 50 episodes to make a show good, but now he has to condense shows and he sucks at it. Ah, okay. A lot of people love the Macross series, but I'm not a fan of the whole scene and gimmick in Macross. Yeah, I watched the first Macross. Well, I'm trying to remember. Was there a TV show first and then a movie? I've only watched, like, Macross movie or an OVA type stuff. I think I saw the first movie one, and I thought it was okay. And then there was Macross Plus. I can understand if people aren't into it because of like the idol and singing aspect. But the art style for Macross Plus and presentation was like super gorgeous, like fantastic. You watched Do You Remember Love? Let me see. Probably. Do you remember? Yeah, I think so. Has a love triangle, right? Although Macross Plus has a love triangle as well. There was something I was gonna say, I forgot. Fuck. Let me think. Oh, what I was gonna say is, I was just angry, looking at I was just angry looking at the image of what, the new Gundam girl looks like, and then looking at the old style of Gundam, and just older animes in general, and I got a little bit depressed because there was a time where, a lot of anime wanted to look cool and mature and detailed, and there was a semblance of it's trying to look like people. And I thought it was awesome. But the new stuff we get nowadays, it just feels like we're trying to take the realism fully out. We're trying to take anything angular out, and we're trying to make characters look smooth and clean all the time. Smooth and simple, bigger eyes, and I just really, whenever I think about mech type stuff, I always think about art styles like this. And it's one of the reasons why I want to get into more mech stuff, because the art styles for a lot of them typically are pretty cool. I remember I started one anime, Gundam Zero, a while back, but I ended up not committing to it because I think I need to watch other Gundam stuff before it, right? Oh, you know what? I wanted to ask, like, how the hell did cel-shaded anime get this kind of glowy effect that they were able to do sometimes? Because it's all physical, right? They must have done some digital thing to it, but it was like subtle, more subtle than it would be if it was done now. Only saw Macross from Toonami as a kid. I legit never watched Toonami much. I think I caught some episodes of Sailor Moon, and maybe like 1 or 2 episodes of Yu Yu Hakusho or something. But for the most part, I just wasn't on the channel that had Cartoon Network, Toonami, Adult Swim until I was like a lot older. I remember all the time when I was actually watching Adult Swim finally, I would see Inuyasha and Escaflowne. No, not Escaflowne. I did see it a lot. Escryad was another one that I would see a lot of. Also really good art style. Aldnoah Zero Season 1 is amazing. Aldnoah Season 2 is trash. I've listened to the soundtrack for Aldnoah. It was done by the same guy who composed Attack on Titan, I think. You kind of need to enjoy the space opera feel of the story around it, regarding Macross, right? Yeah, Inuyasha, when I saw it, I was just like, oh wow, this is not like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon and all the other stuff that I watched at that time or before it. I did read Love, Hina, and Chobits really early on, though, when I was young, so I did know that anime could be more than how 4Kids presented it. Attack on Titan has several composers. Are you talking about their original composer? Original composer. I didn't really keep up with Attack on Titan. It's actually funny. I went a long time only having ever watched the first season of Attack on Titan, and then I read a lot of the manga and felt, I'm not into this. This kind of sucks. I think I'll just leave it with season 1. Then at some point, I'm like, you know what? I'll just watch the other seasons just to see how I feel. So I did watch Attack on Titan season 2, 3, and 4, I believe. I think my brain just registered it all as useless, or that I didn't care about it, and it wiped it completely from my memory. I don't remember anything. I remember ice. I remember there was ice somewhere. That's it. Did I drop Attack on Titan because it's a mecha anime with flesh? I dropped it because I didn't like the direction it was going. I felt like I wanted it to kind of be stupider, stupider and simpler. I didn't want them to try to explain the origin of where these giants come from and this and that. I kind of think that it was more appealing and interesting when it was more of a mystery. I don't know how to explain it. I kind of don't think it needed to go in the direction that it went, if that makes sense. I don't know. Love Hina, my first harem anime. Loved Yu Yu Hakusho. Never saw its ending. Love Hina, I read it because it was just recommended to me, so I bought all the manga. I think this was a tiny bit before scanlation sites started being a thing. So I got all the Love Hina, read them, and I was just kind of... It made me think of TV shows that I would watch when I was also young, and I wasn't, like, miserable, but I wasn't exactly loving it either. So when I'm reading through Love Hina, I'm just kind of like, some of these characters are really frustrating, and that's kind of it. And as I got older, I started processing it and realized I just don't like Love Hina. I really don't. Not that I can't like a harem anime, although I feel like inherently harem animes don't interest me a lot. Unless it's a hentai. A harem anime is fine if he actually has sex with like all the girls, but if it's just a harem anime and 5,000 girls want the guy and there's no sex and the worst girl wins in the end, I just don't get anything out of it. And when you read or watch a harem anime, isn't usually obvious who the winning girl is gonna be, right? Like, it's never gonna be like the cool side one, the up-and-comer. It's usually just the obvious one. Instant hit with the ads. Aw, he got hit with the ads. It's always the worst character. Using a holodex, and I'm somehow hitting ads on both. What is holodex? Usually the first girl in the harems wins that we don't care about. Yeah, and I mean, when you're an actual like person, you're gonna love who you love, even if that person is frustrating to watch for other people. Like, I really don't like the main girl in Love Hina. Her name is Naru Segawa. She is a girl. That's all I can really say. I mean, sometimes people are not always flattering and fully like lovable. Sometimes they're really frustrating to deal with, but you still like love them if you actually know them as a person. For me though, I'm just a random viewer or reader seeing Naru, and I just can't get into her. I don't like her. Yeah, the hair and tennis. She has a very iconic design, but I don't really like her. She has layers to her personality though. Like, she's not just a one-dimensional character, but I think her negative traits stand out to me too much, to where I just can't get into her despite having more to her character, if that makes sense. I think my favorite was the stepsister and the samurai girl. She almost kind of won. Kinda? Not exactly. She got close. She was like the closest to get in main protag guy. Hello, Sin. Thank you. Yeah, I'm winning. We're just kind of talking a little bit about mechs, and now we're on to harem anime. Is there harem animes that you guys like? You get my point about not liking the harems unless there's sex though, right? Like if it's a hentai, if it's like hentai with plot, and the girl that you don't like wins, well, at least the girl that you do like gets railed, at least. So you kind of win. That's, I don't know. I would say that once you get to the end, there's a huge payoff that makes rewatches interesting. Regarding Attack on Titan, everyone else seems to like Attack on Titan, but I liked it. I feel like I liked Attack on Titan because of the combination of the presentation of the first season. That director, I think the director and the studio also did Death Note and High School of the Dead. They just know how to direct things in a fun, interesting way. I don't know. Those layers often involves throwing hands at the main character for little to no reason. Yeah, they're pervy moments, but most of them are accidental. Yeah, I think I kind of caught on to that, where it was a type of comedy where I get the appeal, aha, somebody is overreacting and they get violent and it's kind of silly. But when I was reading this as a kid, I'm just kind of like, well, you didn't lock the door and he accidentally walked in. He wasn't actually trying to peep on you. He's actually weirdly not perverted enough. And then they punch him and he goes into the sky, and then they do that over and over and over again. And it's not that it offends me, I just don't really get anything out of it. And I never really have. Typically don't like harems animes, they bore me, but if I had to pick one, Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation, because Rody acts like how I think somebody watching this show would act. I don't have any. They're like junk food to my brain, so I don't remember many of them. Harem is more like cherem to me. Wait, what does cherem mean? Testament of Sister Nude Devil. The novel had the artist and the author go hand in hand with marriage, and the floration sequence on All Girls sounds based. I'm entertained by harem anime, but I can't say I like them much anymore. I get too frustrated by either the main character or someone in the harem. There's usually always going to be a frustrating girl, right? You know, the best girl, we haven't talked about her in a bit, but the best girl in that god-awful Rent-A-Girlfriend series is I think her name was Mommy. She's just a psychopath. She's just like a really toxic, awful person. And she was the best, most interesting thing in the manga because of that. Everything else is just kind of like, eh. There's like a girl who, she's cute. I love her design. And she wants to find somebody who can make her heart beat really fast because she has some heart disorder. It's so silly. New Testament of Sister Devil is where the main character actually does the deed with every main heroine. Now, is it a hentai or is it like light core? Like, is it, you know what I mean? Because you can have sex in a series without it being a hentai. There's a sex scene in Parasite where main guy sleeps with the girl at the end, but they don't show it in a graphical kind of way or anything like that. Mommy is the best, knows Kazuya is a sleazebag, puts him in his place, and always tries to get in his happiness. Yeah, she's based for that. I feel like I see a lot of people liking her too. Do they like her for the same reason that I like her? Hello, praise to stat son. I always think it's praise to son. Rent-A-Girlfriend, my secret love, mainly because they have a character named after a character I have in my roleplays, and they're like one-to-one, almost the same character. What's the character? Which one? I remember there's Mommy. There's main fucking bitch. Main girl, I mean, sorry. She's not a bitch. All the girls are fine. It's the main dude that sucks. I just wish that he would go away forever. There's Shy Girl with like pinkish hair, and she's kind of mousy. Is that Sumi? The 100 Girlfriends is a really good harem, 10 out of 10. 100 Girlfriends, is there actually 100 of them? Ruka is toxic too, but I chalk that up to her being too young to know what true love is and how she goes about trying to get with Kazuya. Is Ruka the cute girl with the big giant bow on her head? I like her, like from a design standpoint. Sumi's the shy girl. Okay. I like them. I dropped the manga before we really got to Sumi, but I thought Sumi was kind of cute. She's like sweet. Like all the girls are fine, but the main guy is just infuriating. And his grandma. I wish if his grandma would just pass away, then this stupid fucking series could like move on. Unless she already has passed away, and it probably still going on. I do like seeing like the memes of that series. Like, what was it? He was imagining his Rent-A-Girlfriend having sex with somebody else, and then he got a boner, and he's like in the pool and he's crying. It's essential to anime culture to have this manga exist. The current season of Rent-A-Girlfriend is going to be peak scene where there's pool trunks. Can't wait to see that on my feed as memes for months. Sarcastic. No, it's a good meme. It's a good meme. Sumi's actually the only girl I don't hate. She's adorable. So, what's the thoughts on the main girl then? I just remember her. She kind of feels like your typical main girl in a harem series where she's kind of mature, but she has like, how do you even describe this archetype exactly? Hello, Abyssal, hi. How are you doing? Main girl doesn't deserve the main character. She should leave. But the main character sucks so much. He really sucks. Am I being too mean? I just remember his stupid dragged out lie was like annoying and frustrating. Just going back up to see if I missed anything. Have you managed to defeat the evil 4 residents? Not yet. We're going to be getting into that right now, actually. I think I'm going to keep going until I beat the game today. We're going to beat Resident Evil 4 for the 5,000th time. And then after then, we'll host more of the original Gundam in my server. If you want to join, you just type !Discord and then it'll let you join in. Actually, wait, I have other stuff to talk about. Sorry, I got so distracted talking about anime that I forgot that I did write down other talking points. So let's continue. So I decided that I might keep the extra copy of the Thane game, the actual Thane game, like the remaster of the PS2 game. I'll keep both copies that I got because the packaging from the one from Amazon is super nice, and I can't bear to like turn it away. So with that said, again, when I do play the Thane game for PS2, I'm gonna play the original one before the remaster, but I'm gonna do both versions. Also, SailorSynth, which I've been like plugging a ton. Let me pull her up for anybody who doesn't remember. I'm gonna pull up an art of her that actually has the tail because I keep forgetting to show the tail. Let's see. Oh, I'm gonna actually do it here in the video. This right here. I think at the rate that we're going, I'm gonna be debuting her probably in the beginning of August. And it's funny because August is also my anniversary of streaming at the end of August. So at the beginning of August, I'm gonna debut SailorSynth, and at the end of August, I'm gonna debut Sadako Synth, which is kind of cool. It's these little things that get me excited, you know. But I also got an update, the first update of Captain Nanessa. Her whole gimmick is that she is a military Lolita Raptor girl, and I did a little edit to hide the face, but I did want to give you guys a first look preview for anybody who came to the stream today to see what she's looking like. And this is the design so far. We might make some adjustments. One thing that we're going to adjust is I do love the sleeves being up like that, but I want it to match SailorSynth, so we're going to put the sleeves like down, like she's going to hang her arms downwards. When this will debut, I honestly could not say. It's going to take a bit of work, but I'm very, very excited, and I'll debut her at another time, probably later in the year, if I had to guess. So yeah, so I'm super excited about that. Aside that, I don't think I have much else to talk about. So a clever girl, 100%, she's a clever girl. Okay, now for real, I'm gonna play Resident Evil 4 Low Energy Edition. Hope you don't mind. Do you mind if I turn on the fan? Resident Evil 4. I turn on fan. I'll be right back.
Six years have passed since that horrendous incident. It was right before I was to take on my duties of protecting the president's daughter that she was abducted. Who would have thought that my first job would have been a rescue mission?
Somebody's abandoning me. We'll see about that. You will regret that. Hello, I'm back. Hey, there's something I was gonna ask. Does Macross still go on? You know how there's always new Gundam? Is it the same thing for Macross? Like, do we still get new Macrosses, out of curiosity? Also, let me know if there's any issues, like if you can't see the game. Do video games do these kind of trailers, like trailers anymore? Mario Sunshine has it. Like, if you leave the game sitting at the menu for a while, it starts playing like a fancy trailer. And I don't know if it's trailers that are unique to these games, or if this trailer also maybe aired at some kind of game show or whatever. Super Metroid has a trailer. I might remember that, maybe. Maybe not, I don't know. You'd think I would.
Resident Evil 4.
In-game trailers are a dead art. That is such a shame. Oh, I have to plug my controller in. I think I unplugged it because whenever I was playing a mouse and keyboard game, it was also activating the rumble feature for my controller. So sometimes I just have to unplug it because I don't want to hear booming vibrations from my desk. Exercise? All right. I got you. Does Devil May Cry 5 have it? Devil May Cry 3 having it is true, and it makes sense because of the era. But I mean in terms of modern games. Games within the last 10 years. I don't think they do it much, right? How come it's not letting me start? Oh, there we go. It is so ingenious that whenever you load your game, it automatically has you hovering over your last save. It just makes it so convenient. That is such an important little detail. I think we're heading this way. Isn't this the first spot you run into regenerators? You would think I would remember, but don't forget that this game is long and has a lot of shit in it. So no matter how many times I play this game, I just can't help but scramble things. And that's another thing, like why I struggle reading or watching series that has a lot of extensive lore and detail and that kind of gets dumped on you because of like struggling to retain all the information or struggling to keep things in order. Like, I like history, but one thing I'm really bad with is numbers and dates. Like, what year was the Revolutionary War? I don't know. If you tell me right now and then ask me what year the Revolutionary War was at the end of today's stream, I won't even remember. I'm just so bad remembering little details. Gotta love it. Love my translucent gifts of maggots. Why are you yelling? That's what I thought. I want to look at the knives. Cool butcher knives. Are these even like I don't think these are models. I think these are flat images, right? Maybe. Or the texture is just low res. Left 4 Dead games have cool cinematic openings. I think I remember that, actually. Look at all the cult robes. Oh, see, it's not actually a flat texture on the wall. It's actually, like, floating above it. What's it hanging off of? Nothing. Hee 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 hee. Trying to go for his head. He's like at a rough angle for me. Wait, you can shoot them in the face, right? They'll just... There we go. I was thinking like, oh, I'll just go for melee hits, but sometimes they'll cover their face with their hands. Thought you had the PRL 412 for a second. What, is that a gun type? If you want me to deactivate Ashley's squealing, I think you just walk to her. Oh! There's like a crossbolt guy. I gotta be careful. Yes. It's like I think it's going for his arm. They have so much health. Okay, where is this archer? Like, there it. Oh, oh, it's my least favorite Plagas, the most annoying. I think if you use the flash, I don't think it even kills that one automatically. I think it's still, no matter what, always disconnects. I don't want to like test it though. I don't want to waste ammo. Are you gonna become one too? This song is so fucking good. Uh-oh. Ow! Detach, and then it only takes like 2 hits. Why was that guy... Oh, maybe. I wouldn't be surprised if there was Mad Max influence. There is like influence seemingly from Invasion of the Body Snatchers because of the pointing thing that they do. It's a little bit different context. They're not being replaced exactly, but their souls and brains kind of are. Guy doesn't exist in the remake. They have a new villager character in the remake where they have an animal head on them. And then, what was the weapon that they hold? Is it like a pitchfork or something? 7 minutes. 7 minutes is all I can spare to play with you. Hey, Wesker, how's the genocide going? Hammer. Right, okay. And then he spins around. Sledgehammer. It was basically the same thing. Hold on, did you see that? I thought I saw like a seam like start flickering. Also, I'm kind of dealing with 2 debuffs at the moment. I'm dealing with Sleepy Girl debuff, and I'm dealing with Stream debuff. It's like Sleepy Low Energy Girl. Also, if the internet suddenly cuts out, it's because it's storming here. Alright, yeah, I'm just backtracking a little bit. So I'm trying to think, like... I'm off my momentum. I get lost in games I shouldn't get lost in. I might not even be able to do, like, a full stream because I feel, like, way too, like, zoned out. Alright, we were gonna activate, Ashley. Wait, do we go here first to activate her? I think we do. Because I know you're able to, like... You're able to go up to the door and, like, she'll stop, like, crying and screaming for you, but you can't actually get her yet. Which one is better, the original RE4 or the remake? Resident Evil 4 original is the better one. But they're different. They're very similar and different games, too. So this is the dead end, right? Dead end, right? Yeah, this is dead end. I think it just works backwards. Okay, I ended up just backtracking more than I was supposed to. Hello, merchant. I'm trying to remember how I bait it. I know that I'm able to do something to where they'll just throw it at themselves because they're stupid. But if I go over here, it doesn't bait them. Like I can't even remember the simple stuff like this for some reason lately. All right, I'm gonna redo that. I feel like things go better for me when I'm not overthinking. I think the overthinking is throwing me off more. Did I already pick these up? Yeah. Wait. Do I have to re-pick this up? I do have to, okay. How is one still alive? Oh. Oh, this is the one that was exploding. I thought that it was exploding behind there. Because it does do that sometimes, for me anyway. I know you could shoot their arm, but... Why is there more of them? That doesn't normally happen. Was it just too slow in running up? Oh, it's too low. Wait, am I able to shoot them, stagger them, and then run up? Okay, it doesn't work that way. I love how the light shines through. Kind of like the moonlight vibe. Hello? I don't really need to worry about saving because we are going to be playing like a little bit. I think that unlock sound is the same exact unlock sound that they use in like Resident Evil 1 Remake and Resident Evil 0, which would obviously make sense because of like the era that they both came out, or all three of them came out. Oh, I don't normally run back here. Yeah, see, I'm like totally out of it. But I would like to fight Krauser, or at least get up to where I'm going to fight Krauser. However, one thing that's good about me doing shorter streams is that it means that we can do our watch parties and get through more things faster. I don't have any other plans. I don't have to like play a game tonight, which means that I guess the rest of the night can be dedicated to just finishing Original Gundam. I think I just went the shortcut route, but that wasn't like the only path I can go. Maybe that's what's throwing me off. Hello, Japanese text. I'm okay. I'm just like really sleepy. What no coffee does to somebody. Literally just ignore them. I know that goes into a circle. Oh, here we go. This is the area where we're supposed to be in. So I was right. We do deal with regenerators here. And then we also deal with them kind of like in like this like little prison area. Like one more time like deeper in the game. Now, unfortunately, because I used the bolt action, I can't like just as easily shoot multiple Plagas that's inside of the regenerators. But it's just fun to like use this instead. No coffee means bathroom free. Well, I think caffeine does make your bladder go into ADHD mode, gets like kind of crazy. But I deal with bladder issues no matter what. Coffee doesn't help. I feel pretty good not drinking coffee though. Am I supposed to do this later? How come I can't remember anything? Oh, wait, I'm supposed to go to a computer terminal. I need the virtual coffee. Oh, right, I haven't been hidden, There we go. It's like the pain in the ass is whenever the Plagas is on their damn backs. Like, I think if you use a gun that has piercing, it can kind of hit them. I don't think I need to... Oh, shit. I totally hit the body. Sucks that the stagger affected me, too. I could skip him, but I kind of want his money. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm done for. No, no, not that. I don't have a red. Man, this is not a smart idea. Wait. Wait, I'm a fake fan. That is a grenade launcher. It's a mine launcher. Aren't incinerary grenades like a guaranteed kill? On regenerators in particular, I've never really tried using them much. Aren't you supposed to get the ice thing? Did I go the wrong way first? To be fair, I only found out how effective they were on my final run of original Resident Evil 4 ever. I get that, like, especially if we aren't like Googling stuff, you just kind of learn by playing, and you kind of get into a rhythm. And every time you play a game, you follow that same rhythm, and you rarely veer off of that. For the longest time, I didn't really think that the acid rounds against hunters would be as strong as it is. So I was always using like so much shotgun shells on hunters in Resident Evil 1 and 1 Remake. And I would learn later that that was a really dumb thing. Alright, what are you supposed to do again? What is that? Oh, I didn't realize that the paper is coming out. That's cool. How? I've literally never noticed that. Oh, here it is. Countless playthroughs of RE5 not knowing what each grenade launcher ammo type was for. I think I still don't know, to be honest. Oh, no problem, Shibi. Honestly, I'm probably not going to stream for much longer because I feel like way too sluggish and not myself to like want to do too long. I was hoping to like push as much as I can, but I feel like I'm running on fumes already.
A senior moment, perhaps.
Oh. Damn it. Yeah, like, likely when you get back, it's Gundam time. And that's fine. Like, I feel kind of bad, because the watch parties... My plan with the watch parties is I would typically always be on mic, and we would just kind of casually talk during. But I feel like I've just been too, shy, or kind of out of it. Like, for the past few months, I think. And I'm especially out of it today, so we're gonna probably just watch and be muted, but it makes it, you know... easy to focus, I guess, on what's going on. I'll use the fire for the other one. Damn it. It's like, these have such good weight to them. You're already on my ass, aren't you? Hold on. It's like, I guess these, fire barrel things are maybe an indicator that fire grenades would be really good against them. Maybe? Oh, oh, I forgot about that. That's like a throwback, Jumin, so give me my tea. Next time you had energy for the watch party, would you like to spend 5 or 10 minutes breaking the ice and kicking back on mic? Yeah. We've done that whenever. I think the last time we did that, where we would all like talk on mic, was whenever we were watching the shitty Devil May Cry Netflix cartoon. And that was really fun. It was actually like really cool to talk to everybody. But for the most part, we would try to be respectful and not talk too much during. Because otherwise, like, if you're trying to watch something and it's just a chaos of noise throughout the entire thing, you're not really watching something, you know? I just wanted to see if there was anything else that I wanted to get. Oh, I almost forgot this. We're kind of almost done with this area. And then let me do this. I'll be fine. I want to wait until I got like a red. Devil May Cry cartoon was such a drag. Not tuning into season 2 without homies. Exactly. Like, I would not watch that by myself. Because I'm not really getting anything positive out of it. I found the Harry Potter film with all the gun edits. Gun edits? What do you mean? And I don't know if this is going to actually grab them. Watch it not go through still. There we go. I like that. It's like, okay, you picked the 2 NPCs you would like to kill. You've had your shot. Ooh, oof. I have enough herbs to warrant 1 use. Kinda wish I waited. We don't do this until we get Ashley. It's been 3 years. What confuses me is is it my 3rd year anniversary this August, or is it my 4th? I know that I did a tiny bit of streaming before VTubing, so I wonder if that's when you actually followed the account. But I looked it up, and it said 3 years. August 30th, 2022. So 3 years, right? Funny, because it feels like it's been 1 week since I looked at you. It's been longer than that. There's an archer in here. They're like top priority. Ugh. Yeah, I knew that would happen. I'm like, I'm trying to run it. There's no way. There's no fucking way. I want a red. I'm being stubborn by not using the shotgun more. But it feels more fun to, like, keep using, like, the weaker weapons, like a pistol. Damn it, motherfucker. Nope. Oh, that actually saved me. I didn't think that it would work because he's wearing a mask, but I guess he has eyes. I gotta get out of the path of the archer. Ugh. Look how gnarly that looks. My friend has convinced me to play Warframe. I am not familiar with Warframe. I know I've heard of the name. Also, hi, Mass. Hello. This is my typewriter. I think I hate to call it here, but I think that I'm just maybe not good to stream today. Like, I considered maybe canceling earlier because I think I kind of saw this coming, but I thought, like, Well, maybe I'm like, what's the term? Calling it too early, if that makes sense. Like, no, I should give it a shot. Maybe I actually can stream today. I don't think I can. I don't feel like sad or upset about anything. I just don't really feel much at all. And I feel bad because this happens like maybe a little bit more than I would like. And I don't want to ever become like an unreliable streamer to where I just never show up when I'm supposed to. But I don't know. I feel like it's worse if I force myself when I just can't. But it was nice seeing you guys again today and just like chilling a little bit. But I'll have to just stream more tomorrow. Today's Tuesday, right? Tomorrow I may or may not have the rubber bands. And that ordeal won't necessarily depress me if they do put rubber bands. If anything, it might make me excited in a kind of like, oh my god, this sucks. Oh my god, you guys, this sucks. So we'll just have to see. But I'll go ahead and plug my socials. So first I'll plug the Discord. I am pretty much going to pop in the Discord in either right now or in 30 minutes. And we're probably just going to power through the rest of Gundam. Yeah, power through the rest of Gundam, original Gundam. And then I have my website that has all my external sites if you want to support me in my endeavors, or if you want to like find whatever that you're interested in, whatever. I also have my Twitter where I announce all of my streams and thumbnails and sometimes post scabs and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm not feeling super energetic to stream. I don't feel social enough. I think I need to go into hermit mode for today, because I'm not able to kind of break out of the kind of like introvert funk right now. But it's all good. It's all good. So yeah, let's see if we can find somebody that we can raid. There's somebody else that's playing Resident Evil 4, but I have to make sure it's the original. It's not. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no, we can't allow that. We have to punish them. I have like lots of people I can raid. I just need to pick somebody. Robin's streaming. I hope they're not about to end. She's been going for about 5 hours, but she does long streams. Yeah, we'll raid Robin. Alright. Bye-bye, everybody.